Hear me, children of the red earth and the dust of ancestors. This is not a whisper, this is thunder. 3 nations stand, shaking the weight of centuries. Mali, Burkina, Niger, voices rising, declaring the Court of The Hague a cage built by colonial hands. They say the ICC is justice, but whose justice? A tool carved by empire, forged in exclusion, wielded against Africa's own. Today we break that mold. Today we shatter the mirrors they held to our faces. Today we rise. You who have felt the bruising of false verdicts, you who have watched your people judged by foreign judges, know this, you are not powerless. Your voice is the drum, your will the fire. They cannot silence the line of your history, the pulse in your veins, the memory in your bones. We did not ask permission to be free. We did not pray for their permission to claim dignity. We are born of rivers, of resistance, of blood and song. We speak now with the tongues of our ancestors, the poets, the warriors, the free. Let them hear. We are not subjects. They are not masters. Let them tremble. The judged become the breakers. For in this moment, Africa is not a case file. Africa is a rising flame. The ICC must fall from its pedestal, its mask torn, its chains revealed. And from its ashes, we will build a court, not of empire, but of our own making, rooted in memory, in justice, in truth. Raise your voice, raise your drums. We do not wait. We advance. Brothers, sisters, children of the soil, do you see the pattern? Do you feel the chain? Once the colonizer came with gunpowder and flag. Today he comes with paper and gavel. Once he built forts to steal our gold. Today he builds courts to steal our dignity. They call it the International Criminal Court. But I ask you, who sits in judgment? Who writes the verdict? Not the wounded, not the oppressed, not the children whose rivers were poisoned, but the very arch-itex of empire. It is the same hand wearing a new glove, the same whip now disguised as law. For centuries, Africa was placed on trial without defense. They dragged our kings into exile, our sons into chains, our mothers into silence. And when we rose, when we fought, they labeled us rebels, terrorists, criminals. They sought to baptize their crimes in the waters of legality while we drowned in the flood of injustice. But now, we awaken. We see the gavel for what it is, not the sound of justice, but the echo of empire's drum. The ICC does not call presidents of Europe. It does not summon generals of America. It does not prosecute the architects of plunder in Libya, the engineers of war in Iraq, the merchants of blood in Congo. No, it hunts Africa, always Africa. And so, Mali rises, Burkina rises, Niger rises, not as defendants, but as witnesses of truth. We testify with the blood of ancestors, with the songs of the griots, with the memory of Sankara, Lumumba, and Nkrumah. We say, enough. Enough trials in foreign tongues. Enough justice bought by empire's coin. Enough chains polished and renamed law. Brothers and sisters, the storm is here. But from this storm a bridge shall be built. From this fire seeds of justice shall be sown. From this refusal, unity shall be born. Africa will not kneel before their court. Africa will stand, build its own tribunal, rooted not in conquest, but in community, not in chains, but in roots, not in empire, but in truth. So I call upon you, raise your voice like thunder, raise your hands like flame. Let the world know, from colony to court, they tried to chain us. But today, we break free. Hear me, children of the baobab and the savannah. Hear me, sons and daughters of rivers that have seen empires rise and fall. For too long, our names have been written by strangers, our fates sealed by hands that never touched our soil. Your hearts weighed down by invisible chains forged far away. They called us defendants, subjects of law. But we are the heartbeat of history, the keepers of 1,000 suns, the whispers of ancestors who spoke truth to kings. We see now the theater they have built, columns of marble, robes of power, gavel in hand, all designed to make us bow, all designed to convince the world that justice can only travel across oceans. But we awaken. We remember the chains that once bound our feet to the soil, chains shattered by revolutions, by rebellion, by blood-soaked courage. We remember the fires set by our mothers, the songs of resistance our fathers carried across deserts and forests. We say, no more trials written in foreign tongues, no more verdicts passed without our voice. And in this realization, we rise together. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, hearts beating as one drum, voices rising like storm winds across the plains. From the ashes of imposed law, we forge a new path, a bridge built not on fear but on memory, a bridge forged in the fire of truth, its pillars rooted deep in the soil of our ancestors. See it, brothers, see it, sisters. A dawn that belongs to us, not to the architects of our oppression. From this dawn, seeds of justice will grow, stretching branches of unity across the continent, their leaves singing of freedom, their roots anchored in courage and collective will. So take up your voice, raise your hands. Let the world hear that we are no longer judged by strangers, that the chains of colonial law break beneath our feet. We are the storm, the fire, the rising sun. We are Africa, unbound, unbroken, unstoppable, and we will write our own justice, rooted in truth, guided by memory, carried forward by the strength of a united people. Brothers, sisters, hear the drumbeat of destiny. Across the red earth, across the savannah, across the rivers that carry the memory of our ancestors, a voice rises, not alone be. Ut in chorus, not timid, but in thunder. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. 3 nations, 3 hearts, 1 pulse, 1 flame. For too long they sought to divide us, to scatter our strength like dust in the wind. They carved borders in our skin. They planted doubt in our minds. They whispered that we were separate, that our struggles were isolated, that our victories would remain small. But today we know the truth. We are threads of the same cloth, roots of the same tree, flames fed by the same fire. We rise, and in our rising, the storm awakens. We rise, and our unity becomes a bridge over the rivers of oppression, spanning centuries of stolen gold, stolen voices, stolen dignity. We rise, and history bends its ear to hear our declaration. We do not fight alone. We resist together. See the fire in our eyes. Feel it in your chest. It is the fire of Sankara, the fire of Lumumba, the fire of Nkrumah, the fire that could not be quenched by chains, by bullets, by borders. It courses through Mali, flows into Burkina, streams into Niger, and from this fire, a new dawn emerges, not one nation, but a constellation of nations, aligned in purpose, unstoppable in resolve. The chains of division break beneath our unity. The whispers of empire dissolve in the chorus of our voices. The seeds of rebellion we plant today will grow into forests of freedom, roots entwined across borders, branches reaching for the skies. Stand with me, stand together. Raise your drums, raise your fists, raise your hearts. Let the world witness the birth of a continent that no longer bends, that no longer kneels, that no longer allows strangers to dictate our fate. From the dust of yesterday, we rise as one. From the fire of oppression, we rise as one. From the memory of our ancestors, we rise as one. Africa united is a storm the world cannot contain, a dawn that no empire can eclipse. Mali, Burkina, Niger. Hear me, we are not 3, we are 1, and we will not be broken. Children of the red earth, hear the whispers in the wind. Can you feel it? The pulse beneath your feet, the heartbeat beneath the soil. It is the memory of our ancestors calling from the depths of time. From the deserts of Timbuktu to the forests of Niger, from the plains of Burkina to the rivers of Mali, their voices rise like smoke, like fire, like thunder, and they are saying, the day has come. Do you see the chains that once bound us, the chains carved from greed, forged in blood, polished by centuries of silence? Do you see the bridges they promised but never built, roads to justice that led only to their coffers? They thought history could sleep. They thought memory could be buried, but the roots run deeper than their tombs. The seeds of our courage were planted in the soil long before their flags ever flew. And now the realization comes, we are the heirs of fire, the keepers of storms, the children of warriors who spoke truth to kings, who spilled blood to protect dignity, who built songs and stories into walls that no empire could topple. We are not here by chance, we are here by design. Their oppression has only made us stronger, their law has only sharpened our minds, their silences have only amplified our voices. Rise, stand, hear the chorus of ancestors in your chest. It is a river of resistance flowing through Mali, Burkina, Niger, uniting our souls, igniting our hearts. This is not just rebellion, it is remembrance. This is not just defiance, it is fidelity to our past. The dawn we fight for is the dawn they dreamed of. The bridge we build is the bridge they could only imagine. The fire we carry is the same fire that burned in Sankara, in Lumumba, in Nkrumah. So lift your voice, raise your hands, plant your feet firmly in the earth. Let the world see that Africa remembers. Let the chains of yesterday shatter beneath the weight of memory from our rue. That springs our power. From our memory rises our storm. From our ancestors' call, we take our stand. The day has come. The chains fall. The seeds blossom. And we will walk forward, carrying the fire, fulfilling the promise. Africa awakens. Brothers and sisters, children of the crimson soil and golden sun, listen to the winds that carry the cries of our ancestors. For too long, justice has been a cloak worn by strangers, a stage for empires, a theater where our people played the accused, while those who stole, burned, and plundered danced free. We see it now. The truth rises like smoke from the ashes of their courts. Justice cannot live in their halls, cannot breathe under their rules, cannot grow where our voices are silenced, where our history is ignored. They have tried to bind us with gavel and paper, but paper cannot hold the fire of a continent awake, and gavels cannot crush the weight of centuries of courage. We resist. We resist with the memory of Sankara, with the defiance of Lumumba, with the dreams of Nkrumah, and the spirit of millions who walked barefoot across deserts, who crossed rivers with only hope in their hands, who spoke truth to the faces of empire. We resist, not with anger alone, but with vision, with unity, with fire that cannot be quenched. And from this resistance, a new dawn rises, a tribunal of our own making, a court built not on conquest, but on memory, not on chains, but on roots, not on empire, but on the voice of the people. This is justice reborn, justice that carries the seed of freedom, justice that will bend neither to foreign gold nor foreign law. See it, Mali, Burkina, Niger, stand as architects of this vision. Hear it, the drums of resistance beating in every village, every city, every heart. Feel it. The storm of history turning, the bridges of memory forming, the fire of the ancestors igniting in our chest. So rise, plant your feet firmly, raise your hands, speak truth without fear, declare that Africa will no longer bow to courts of strangers. The tribunal will be ours, for the people, by the people, rooted in courage, nourished by memory, carried forward by unity. Justice is ours to reclaim, the fire is ours to carry, the dawn is ours to shape, and we will rise, unbroken, unstoppable, undeniable. Africa speaks. Africa decides. Africa rises. Children of the sun, hear me. The horizon burns with possibility, and the winds carry the promise of a new day. No longer will our destiny be written in foreign tongues. No longer will strangers sit on thrones that should belong to us. No longer will the gavel of empire dictate the rhythm of our lives. The realization dawns. The future is not their court. It is not theirs to judge, to shape, to name. Their towers of marble, their papers of authority, their carefully constructed laws. They are illusions, smoke and mirrors built to hide the power that is ours by birthright, by blood, by memory, by the roots that run deep beneath this red earth. We resist. We resist with every drumbeat, every chant, every step across the plains. We resist with fire in our veins and courage in our hearts, with the legacy of Sankara, Lumumba, Nkrumah lighting our path, their voices guiding our rebellion, their dreams fueling the storm that rises in us. And unity carries us forward. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, they rise as one, not separate, not fractured, not weakened by borders. Our strength is in our connection, our solidarity, our shared destiny. The chains of colonial law fall beneath the weight of our collective will, and from their ashes, a bridge is built, arch upon arch, spanning centuries of oppression, leading us toward a dawn of justice and freedom that belongs to us alone. See it, feel it. The fire of tomorrow ignites today. Seeds planted in the soil of memory sprout in the light of our courage. Storms may come, winds may howl, shadows may threaten, but the dawn cannot be stopped. It rises because it is ours, because it is rooted in truth, nourished by unity, fed by resistance, and guided by the hands of a people who will not bend, will not break, will not yield. So rise, raise your voice like thunder, raise your fists like flame. Let every village, every city, every heart hear the declaration, the future is ours, the court is ours, the dawn is ours. Africa awakens, Africa decides, Africa rises, and from this rising a new world is born, one forged in memory, fire, unity, and truth. Brothers and sisters, the fire has been lit, the drums are calling, the ancestors are watching. Do not wait for permission. Do not whisper your courage in hidden corners. Stand tall, speak loud, move as one. Raise your hands and lift your voice. Let the world hear that Africa will no longer bow to chains, courts, or crowns, not of our making. Plant your feet firmly on the red earth. Let your spirit flow into every village, every city, every heart that longs for freedom. Share the story, spread the truth, ignite the spark in others. Join the rising. Unite with your brothers and sisters across borders. Carry the fire forward. For every gavel they strike against us, we strike back with unity. For every law they write to bind us, we write our own code of courage and memory. Do not stop, do not falter, do not look back. The dawn belongs to Africa. The future is ours to shape. Be the storm, be the bridge, be the seed, be the flame. Stand, speak, rise. Africa awakens. Africa decides. Africa is unstoppable.